Hey guys, welcome back. I think I'm getting some shadows. Let me see if that helps a little bit. Hopefully. We're going to work on our December daily, putting together my December daily. I'm working on Christmas cards. I'm going to put those on the side for a second, but I wanted to get with you on this. I have a couple of different tutorials on this. I call this my folder journal kit, 5-sheet journal kit, 5-sheet journal. I think the playlist is 5-sheet journal. But anyway, yeah, this is a fun one. And I am going to coffee dye paper to go with it. Actually, maybe not. Let's see what colors are in here. Because I don't want to coffee dye this. So I think I'm just going to use regular copy with COPY paper for the filling on this one. But this is my folder journal kit cutting guide. I always say template. It is not a template. Unless you want to do 8 by 8, then you could print this on the back of an 8.5 by 11 and just cut everything out and make a small journal. That would be kind of cool. I might have to try that one in a future video. But this is the idea of this is to be a cutting guide. Now, these are 4 pages because we do, actually there's 3 pages. One page, it's 5 pages. One page is the cover, 12 by 12s. The second page, or the second 2 pages are going to be this one, and then there'll be one each of these 2. So there's 3 cutting guides. These are free. Actually, I probably should put these on Etsy for those that don't have Facebook, but they are free in my Facebook group. If you're not a member of my Facebook group, it's really easy to find. The link is in the description box. When you get there, you'll be asked 3 questions. If you do not answer the 3 questions, I will not approve it. And the main reason is because there's a lot of hacking going on. And you wouldn't believe how many people say, ask to join the group and say, I saw you make the bread. I haven't made bread. So I just think it's funny. So that's why we have the same, we have 3 questions. It's not difficult. They're basically minimal answers, and it'll take you 2 seconds. And I'll try, if I get a notification, to go through and accept you right away. Sometimes I don't get a notification, and I check it at the end of the day or whatever. So give me a little time. It won't be instantaneous. So anyway, but in the file section you will find these, and there's a bunch of other fun things in there as well. So anyway, let's get to it. Let's do the cover. I want this page to be my cover. So I'm going to set the rest of it. Let me show you what I've got. I've got this candy cane stripe. I've got the Christmas village. I love that. I've got this pine cone background, and I've got the poinsettias. It was between the 2 of these for the cover, and I decided on the postcard. I just really like this wintry kind of thing. So these will all be tags and journal cards and flips and flops and flaps and stuff. So we will get to those in a moment. So you're going to need a scoreboard. There's not a lot of cutting on the cover, but you are going to need your scoreboard. Now, if I remember correctly, this one is not really directional, but I need to decide this corner is going to be my cover. So I want to turn around and just I kind of like this one. Just test it. You don't have to do this. You could just be random, but I think I want this corner to be my cover, and it's going to be like, yeah. If keep in mind that if you choose one that's directional, this bottom portion is going to be folded up, and it will be upside down on the inside. You could cover it, of course, and that would be fine. I'm looking for my scoring tool. All right. Excuse me. Okay. 12 by 12, nice and snug in the corner. We're going to score at 3/8 from the side, which happens to be 11 and 5/8. Then we are going to score at 6 and 3/8 over here. Now this is easier if you flip it around sometimes, but I don't want to lose my orientation because, well, it's happened. I flip it around and I end up with the cover on the bottom. All right, so remember I want this to be my cover, so I'm going to flip it around this way so that this is my bottom, and I'm going to score this at 3 1/4. All right, so let's go back. We've got 3/8, 6, 11 and 5/8, which is actually 3/8 from the end. Okay, so you're doing a 3/8 channel on each side and scoring down the middle, and then turn it so the top is up here and do 3 1/4. Okay, and that's all scoring for the cover. Then we are going to flip it over, and remember you always fold to the bump. So I'm going to start on the bottom. Let's fold that up, and I'm just going to use my bone folder to gently, you can see why I didn't want anything that would be upside down. Not that it's a big deal. I think one of the covers that I did, the wreaths were upside down, but it's not that noticeable once you get everything in there. It's only noticeable when you're making it. All right. Now, why the 3/8? I like my covers to be 9 by 6 normally, because that way I can fold an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper in half and not have to trim everything because I'm lazy. So if I couldn't do a 1/2 inch on each side because then I would have paper sticking out. So I decided to do the 3/8, and it's just enough to give me the room I need for that 8 1/2 by 11 paper folded in half. Okay, so we've scored on all the lines. Now what we want to do, and I'm going to use a pencil for this so that you can see what I'm doing. On this score line, we want to cut from here to here. We want to cut off that score line. We do not want it left over, because what it'll do is it'll rub on the bottom of our pocket. Same thing over here. We want to cut above that little score line, right above it. Okay, then on this side we're going to cut right on this score line, right on it. Okay, now why are we not cutting inside? You can cut inside, but then part of your pocket, this piece is going to show. Not a big deal because it's all patterned, but I try to keep it lined up. So let's cut this. Remember, we're just going right above that score line, and then we're going to cut. We want to cut off this piece and this piece. We don't need them. So, and I need to remember, you see how these scissors are curved? I don't know if you can see it, but see how this is curved? I was having the problem the other day because I was cutting this way, and it doesn't seem like it's curved that much. It seems like the blade should be straight, but I can feel that it's curved. I don't know if it's just my scissors or if this one's straight, this one's curved. So I was cutting this way and I kept going this way. So I'm checking my orientation. I wonder if those got bent when I dropped them or something, or if they're made that way. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to cut right on, and see, I'm still going crooked, so maybe it's just me. Right on, and I'm cutting away that score line. I'm cutting on the long score line. But I'm cutting off that. Can you see there? The score line is attached on both of these. Okay, not saving those. So now the next thing is a little tricky I mean, it can be, it doesn't have to be. We want to cut an opening here. So we're going to fold this completely in half. And what I'm going to do is take my little Tim Holtz, and I'm from this corner here, from this score line here, I can't see it in this light. Let me put it on there. There's a score line here, and I want to go not a half an inch. I want to go maybe, I don't know, a little over an eighth of an inch. I don't want that opening to be so huge. And then I am just going to cut right inside along that line, cutting off the pencil line, but just barely 3/8 of an inch at the top. So, all right, and I'll open it and show you just that much. Now, if we don't cut that out, we'll have bulk. So I'm cutting off the pencil marks. I don't think those are going to show because those are going to get glued down, but just in case. All right, so here's the next part. We're going to fold this in, and we're going to fold this up, and this is going to tell us where to trim this. So I'm going to draw a line right along the edge here of this pocket. Hopefully you can see that. That leaves a line there. I want to do the same thing on this side, this piece on top, and then draw a line. Well, draw it straight. Don't do it like me. I can't, I need to turn it this way. Don't draw it like me. Okay. Normally I'm not drawing these lines. What I usually do is I will take this tiny side and I will just rub it back and forth and make a little score line, and then I will cut on that line. So we're going to cut here and here. Okay. Now, why are we doing that? Well, I'll show you. If we just fold this in and glue the pocket on top, and this is glued down, we're losing 3/8 of an inch of our pocket. And it could put pressure on the edge and cause it to tear. It wouldn't tear there. It would tear on the pocket. But we want to avoid that. So we're going to glue, get the glue to the bottom of the bottle. I don't have my watch. I left it over there charging. So I'm not sure how much time we have, but might have to come back and do one more part with the cutting guides. All right, so I'm gluing that part down. Okay, this one's still free. And then this one, we're going to put the glue on top. Get down there. All these strings hanging around. Then we're going to fold this up, and I just use this. Fold that up. Now, if you've cut jaggedy like me, after you get that done, just flip it over and trim this piece. That's that edge of the score line. Just remember, don't cut into your pocket, okay? So you can see, once this glue's shut now, we've got the pocket all the way over to the edge, okay? So let's repeat. And sometimes I just let that go down and then come back up. Gives it a second. And then when I push it back down, it'll stay. All right, now we're going to do the top of this one. I put about 10 sheets of paper in here. I think I'm going to do a few more because I've got 20 pound, and I know it'll take it, and I'm not going to sew it on the sewing machine. Sewing it on the sewing machine I like because it book lays flat, but I want to have 31 pages, so I'm going to put 16 pages in there. No, is that right? 10 times 4 is 40. No, 10 will be just fine. I only need one side for a day, so I think, yeah, I think 10 will be fine. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. If you need more than 40 sides of a page, there we go. So there's our folder. We'll have our pages in here. This will be our journal cover, and I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate it yet. We'll see. I have that whole paper crafting kit that I have saved for myself to decorate these. So we'll be back and we will start cutting with the guides for our ephemera. Thanks for watching. See you next time.